Hey everyone, there's a smattering of good news in the real estate markets for Panama City Beach and 30A. I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group over at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, coming at you in a home edition again of this market update. Let's get right to it. There's some interesting numbers to take a look at. Again, we're watching this chart from a company called Showing Time. Showing Time is a company that agents and offices use all over the country to schedule showing appointments. Stands to reason that if we watch this and we start to see the numbers going up of more showings happening, that means we're going to have more offers written, more contracts accepted, and more closings 30, 45 days from now. So if you look at this for all of North America, in the last week or so, we're really starting to see this number move up. It looks like it's moved up, anywhere from off 48.9% to only off 28.9%, maybe a 20% jump upwards. If you look at Florida, Florida's actually been going on a little bit longer. That's a little more encouraging. We're on the upswing about 2 weeks now. So I wanted to look at the local market and see how that was affecting it. So we ran numbers just on the number of new contracts that are being written. How many people are out there making offers? How many sellers are agreeing to contracts? And we looked at the Panama City Beach homes market, separated it from the Panama City Beach condo market, since there's so many condos, and then also looked at the 30A market. And if you look back at the beginning of when the pandemic really started to hit, obviously here were our levels of showings when you compared it to the number of contracts being written when you compared it to the year before, and we really took a downturn the last couple weeks of March. But if you focus on these last 2 weeks, when in the state of Florida we're having more showings, take a look at what's happened. In the housing market in Panama City Beach, we've written dramatically more contracts in the past 2 weeks than we have in the 2 weeks before that. Panama City Beach condos and 30A is lagging behind that a little bit. A couple reasons for that, obvious reasons. With the beaches being closed and vacation rentals being disallowed, obviously people aren't coming here to look at real estate. They're probably concerned about what projected rental revenues might look like if they're thinking about buying something and renting it out. But it will be interesting to watch those curves as things move along, considering some news we're hearing just today. Bay County this morning voted to open the beaches under limited hours. You would expect that Panama City Beach would follow right behind that. Okaloosa County's already done that. It will be interesting to see how Walton reacts to those openings. It's also a sign that we're toe dipping, reopening things. I think it'll be interesting to watch as we go from limited hours at the beaches. At what point do the beaches open up completely? At what point do vacation rentals open up again completely? When we start to see those things happen, you would expect that these numbers might move up dramatically. And also look at the curve here. It's a pretty dramatic jump up in a 2 week period to the levels of new contracts being written. This just kind of talks about the demand that's out there in the market. We're only off 17% when you compare it to year over year in this last week of contracts written. Only 17% off. These other markets are down 70%, 80% in some areas. So knowing that people can actually just get out and look at something, making their decision, they're making the process easier, leads to contracts. So I don't think we're going to be very far behind this. It all depends on when some of these things happen. But what's encouraging about all of this is that we see that the demand's there. We see that buyers and sellers are there. When it's time for them to do real estate, that the deals are getting put together. So hope you guys are finding this helpful. We'll be up, touch base with you again next week, and hopefully continue to see those numbers moving up.